Hello. Okay, I think it's working. I'm a little early. I'm gonna wait till 7. And this is my dog Felix. He's gonna be here for tonight's class. And I think I'll turn up some music. And have to keep the light. I don't usually like the lights this high, but I'm gonna keep them on, otherwise the video is very dark. And I think I can lose the glasses. And make sure everything's off. Okay, bear with me as I'm learning to do some of this for the first time. If you are there, a few of you who I know, chime in and say hi, so I know this is working. Hi, Karen. Good to see you. Well, see your name. I'm going to give it about 5 more minutes because I've got a few more people that are coming in. Hi, Mustang Man. I know who you are. Hello. So I've got Felix here. Oh, it's not good. It's saying my connection is unstable. That's not good. So I've got Felix here. He's going to drool on the carpet. Okay, so while we're waiting for a few more people to get here, if you can find a quiet place, if you're going to do some of the breathing exercises with me and maybe some meditation, or you're welcome just to watch, and then later when you have quiet time, replay the video. It'll show up at the latest tomorrow morning in my video list, and you can watch it as a recording. I'm not so great at editing at this point, so I'll try to get some of this dead time out at the beginning, but we'll see. But what you might want to do is find a quiet place, I'm going to play some soothing music during it. It's piano music. And we're going to spend about 20 minutes doing meditation exercises. So those of you that are here early, I'm going to try to give you a little tour without knocking everything over. So we have my butterfly wall. And my dog. And I'm sitting in, this is the front room at my studio where we do massage treatments and Reiki sessions and Reiki meditations. And then I've got a whole nother room with tables that and a whiteboard that is a classroom for classes that I do. So last chance, if you need to like run to the bathroom, it'll be a few more minutes. The real time right now is 7 o'clock exactly. So if you need to run to the bathroom, go do that now. Turn off your phone. I've got 2 more people that have confirmed that are coming right at 7 right now. So I'm going to let them, give them a chance to settle in. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start, and the other people will just be in here late. So my name is Jill. I'm from Paws and Tails Reiki and Therapeutic Massage, and welcome to our session tonight, our free class tonight on lower your stress by meditating with your pet. So we're going to spend the first 10 minutes, we're going to work on breathing. So one of the things I want you to do is get comfortable. You can stand if you want, but you're probably going to be a little more comfortable. Sit, make sure if you want to sit on the floor, if you need to lean back on something, do that. Whatever's going to make you comfortable and your back will not hurt. You can sit in a chair. You could even do this laying down, but you have to be on your back, not your stomach for this. All right, so what you want to do, eyes can be open or closed, but sometimes it's just nice to close your eyes. And you're going to take a breath by pushing your belly out. If you do a lot of yoga, you may have already learned this technique, but it's very relaxing and you're going to get more air. So you're going to breathe by inhale by pushing your belly out. And then exhale, bringing it in. I can't do it when I'm talking, so I'll do an example. So I'm pushing out when I'm taking in air, sort of sucking it in when I'm exhaling. And as you get better at this, you'll be able to exhale slower. And that really is one of the goals. So we're going to practice this. I'm going to put some pretty music on. Not too exciting if you're watching, if you're not breathing, but this is what we're going to do. And try to go as slow as you can on the exhale. All right, I want you to keep doing this. Breathe in by pushing your belly out. Hold it for a second. And basically suck it in when you exhale as slow as you can. And try to do, if you can, in 10 seconds here. Hold. Exhale. Okay, so that's just part of it. The other part is controlling what's going on in your head, which is the harder part. So if you had a really stressful day, whether work or home or just anything, sometimes our brains get into this busy mode and it's very difficult to turn off, especially if we've gotten our adrenaline going. So one of the things you can do is you can just start by focusing on that breathing that I just taught you, where you breathe out with your belly and exhale by sucking it in. So if at any time your brain starts to do the busy thing, just go back to focus on your breath. And that's a good place to start. And if you could just do that 5 minutes a day and do that all week long, just 5 minutes a day at least. And you will get better, I promise. You'll get better at this. Okay, so if you're used to doing meditative breathing or yoga or something similar, you might be a little bit better at blanking out your mind. One technique is to do a visualization. So you can try to turn off your day by imagining you're walking on a beach while you're doing your breathing, or maybe you're sitting by a lake, or maybe you're just sitting in a garden. Or you can, if your pet's not with you, you could just imagine your pet's there with you, sitting on your lap or sitting next to you. And just try to incorporate that into your breathing. But at any time you catch yourself running errands in your head or worrying or getting angry, just go back to focusing on your stomach muscles, pushing out to inhale, and your chest getting tall and sucking it in to exhale. As you get more practice, you'll be able to just tell your brain, stop that, not now. Okay, so we're going to do this just for a little longer. Listen to the pretty music and practice your breathing. So inhale out, excuse me. And if you can, just listen to the music as you exhale up, push your belly out, and inhale. Now, if you have your pet in your room, since this is about meditating with your pet to lower your stress, when I started my breathing, my doggy here, he's awake now. His eyes sometimes are open even when he's sleeping, but he did settle down. He was a little hyper right before I turned the live stream on, and he did settle down. So be mindful of how your pets are behaving as you calm yourself and get into your breathing. All right. So I'm going to move on to another step. We're going to continue the same breathing technique, out with the belly, suck it up when you're exhaling. And we're going to do another technique where we're going to incorporate either the animal with us or an animal that we want to remember. So I want you, while you're doing your breathing, just imagine for a minute that you have a photograph of an animal that you're grateful for having in your life. And if they're sitting right next to you, just imagine them in the picture. And just imagine them right here. And then I want you to take the imaginary picture and put it over your heart. And do your breathing. Breathe in with your belly out. And then suck it in to exhale. And we're going to do about 10 of those breaths right now. And every time you breathe in, I want you to imagine warm light coming in through your lungs, going through your whole body, through your heart to that wonderful picture you have of that pet. And then as that golden light reaches your heart, I want you to tell that pet you're grateful they're in your life. Don't wish for anything else. Just say, I'm grateful you're in my life. Thank you for being in my life. Okay, so 10 breaths. Okay, last one. Breathe out with your belly going out. Breathe in with your belly going out. Breathe in the warm light. Have it fill your lungs, go through your whole body, and when it reaches your heart, say, I'm grateful to you for being in my life, to that special pet. And then exhale. All right, we'll practice this one more time in a little bit. Oh, my son made it. Hello. Thank you for making it. He's actually on the other side of the world in the Marines, and thank you for joining us. So why is this de-stressing with your pet, these 2 techniques I taught you about? It's called Hara breathing, H-A-R-A, when you breathe in by pushing out your belly, which is very calming, and exhaling by sucking it in. And the other method of bringing gratitude for a pet to your heart while you're doing the breathing. Well, pets, and I'm all about the animals, those of you that know me, when you come in the door stressed and you've had a rough day, even if it was a good day, you're happy, but you're carrying the weight of the day with you. Your pets read your energy when you come in the door. If you're full of fear and anger, biologically, you actually give off pheromones. It's part of how animals in the wild, you hear the term smell fear. They literally do smell fear. Dogs and cats and birds and horses are also intuitive on top of that biological response they have to your fear and anger when you come in the door, or your stress hormones also you're emitting, and they read you. And if your animal is in your life to comfort you, whether you officially have a comfort support animal or not, they're going to want to go over and take that burden off of you. And that's great, but it can come out for them. They're taking on that stress, and sometimes that can manifest by hurting them physically. When they take on your stress, their body doesn't do a lot of the restorative processes that it needs to do to heal itself. So you're doing your pet a favor also by not coming in the door and dumping all the stress on them, plus what it's doing to you, what all that stress is doing to you all day. So your job this week is to practice 5 minutes of that Hara breathing, practice the gratitude technique that I taught you, and try to do that. Try to find 5 minutes at work to do that. If you can't find 5 minutes, then find 1 minute. Do it when you get in the car. Go ahead, turn on the car, put the air conditioning on. Before you back out, just take those breaths. Give the gratitude to your pet so it knows you're happy it's in your life. And when you walk through the door, you're just not quite burdening your pet with quite so much. So when our bodies are stressed, which is just part of living, even if you really love what you do all day and you love the people you work with, sometimes there's just the stress of getting things done on time. When your body goes into that type of response, it's called the sympathetic, it's part of the sympathetic nervous system, which is kind of a fight or flight survival response that we would have had as hunter and gatherers trying to find food and run from predators. And when your body's in that state, not only are there stressor kind of hormones that go on, and I won't bore you with all the names of those right now, but your body isn't doing the restorative processes that it needs to do, like finishing to digest the food from the nutritious lunch you had, lots of other things. So it's important whenever you can to catch yourself, and pets are a great way to help you, especially if your motivation is to calm yourself for the sake of your pet. Pets are a great way to help you get out of that, survival response in the sympathetic nervous system and switch you over to a resting response in the parasympathetic nervous system, which is the restorative state. So every time you can calm yourself down during the day, lower your blood pressure, lower your heart rate, lower your breathing rate, stop all those stress hormones, you're also healing your own body. And then when you go home, you're making it easier for your pet too. All right, so we are on time. So I am going to try this poll system out before we close. We'll do 5 more minutes. So I am going to do a little poll here. So I'm asking you in the poll if you're a dog or cat person, or both, or other, like maybe a bird or horse. So I love this. It lets me do one poll in the chat. So those of you participating in the chat, let's see if it came out. Well, I don't see it on my end. Oh, there it goes. It's popping up now. So if you will take the poll, are you a dog, cat, both, or other person? And I'll let that go. I won't end that poll until the end of this. And thanks again for joining me. If you haven't already subscribed to the YouTube channel, it's free. Just do that. It'll alert you when I'm up to something. It'll send you an alert of a video coming out. And I get basically points from YouTube for that. And when I get to 1,000 subscribers, they'll start paying me for the commercials that they're already doing on my videos. They're actually trying to sell dog food and other stuff during my videos. And I don't get anything for that until I hit 1,000 subscribers. So that is my goal. And hit the like button for the video. And if you've got time later tonight, run through any other videos that you like and like them. All right. So the poll has been taken. Let me look at this. We are 50% right now dog people and 50% both. So the cat people like dogs too, is how I'm interpreting that. And I guess I don't have any bird or horse people here right now. All right. I'm going to leave that up. Thank you for taking the poll and teaching me how that does work. Cool. All right. So with our last few minutes, if you will get yourself comfortable again. And I'm going to just do this very quietly. I'm going to go into a whisper, and I'm just going to end it very quietly and say goodnight in about 5 minutes. So again, you're going to do your higher breathing. If your brain gets busy, you're going to try to imagine walking on a beach or by a lake or sitting in a garden, something calming, or even if you just like to read, sitting and reading. And then after you've done a few, we're going to do about 6 breaths that way. And then you're going to take your imaginary picture of your animal you're grateful for in your hands, put it over your heart, breathe in the light, let it go into your lungs, through your whole body. And when it reaches your heart, say, I'm grateful you're in my life. And just get a warm, fuzzy feeling in your heart as you say that. And then we're going to repeat that about 10 times. And then I'm going to just end the evening. Okay, here we go. So here we go. 6 breaths of heart breathing. Okay, finish up your last 3 breaths. Okay. Yes, thank you, Joe. Felix, this is Joe's Florida State University shirt that he gave him, and it's a little cool the last couple of days, so we put it on him. Not quite cold enough here in Florida for his winter coat yet. And Karen, yes, love and honor all animals. And thank you for being here, everybody. And you can take these techniques and just go sit in a park and honor all animals that way with your breathing. And for the people local, when COVID sort of settles down, I do this in a park, in a local park, where you can bring your pet, and we give gratitude in meditation in person with each other that way. Okay, so I'm just going to end the evening, and thank you so much. Please take the time to comment in the video as well, and make sure you like as many videos as you like. And I give gratitude for you being here tonight. And it's good to see you, Karen, Mustang Man, and Joe and anyone else that's there that isn't just in the chat. And have a blessed evening. And continue de-stressing with your pet.